Okay, so we're going to start Chapter 8. Chapter 8 deals with photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is a process organisms use to capture light energy and make organic molecules, specifically biomolecules, even more specifically glucose. Okay, so let's take a look. This is an overall chemical reaction that occurs in photosynthesis. Now, once again, this is not a one-step process. We're going to go through that here later on. But what we're going to do is we're going to take 6 molecules of carbon dioxide with 6 molecules of water, light energy, we're going to make a glucose molecule, and then 6 oxygen molecules. In terms of organisms that do this, plants, algae, and cyanobacteria. So plants, algae, cyanobacteria, photosynthetic bacteria. Now, with these organisms, half of the products of photosynthesis are used directly by that plant for energy. So just like we eat to get energy into our body, they're going to photosynthesize to get energy into their bodies. So half of it is used for energy. And once again, they're going to use cellular respiration processes to get that energy. So they're going to make glucose, and then they're going to break that glucose down by cellular respiration. So the other half of what they make, they can use towards tissue growth. Okay, so let's take a look at chloroplasts and light. So just go one more here. So chloroplast is an organelle in which photosynthesis takes place. And, most cells have anywhere between 40 and 200 chloroplasts per cell. So all the parts of a plant that are green have chloroplasts in them. Okay, so if we look inside of a leaf, so this is showing a leaf right here. We look inside of it. The leaf is the main organ of photosynthesis in a plant. They're typically broad to absorb more sunlight. All right, so we cut into a leaf, we're going to see different parts of it. They have an epidermis, an outer layer, protective layer, just like we have an epidermis, but the inner layer is called the mesophyll. So the mesophyll is a green tissue in the interior of a leaf. And this is the main side of photosynthesis occurring, right? And these cells are just packed with chloroplasts. These leaves also have these little holes in them called stomata. And so these are pores in the leaves, and these are essentially their respiratory organs. So these stomata, just stoma is singular, stomata is plural. So these stomata allow oxygen out of the leaf and carbon dioxide into the leaf. The other thing that the stomata can do, though, is it allows water to leave the leaf. Okay, so just like our respiration, we can lose water. In their respiration, they can as well. Here's the vein. Veins transport fluids and nutrients through the plant, just like our veins do for us as well. All right, we're going to talk about those stomata when we talk about different methods of photosynthesis after we get through the main part of this chapter. Let's take a look at the chloroplast structure. So going back to this picture here. So chloroplasts, as I mentioned before, they are double membrane. They have 2 membranes. All right, they have their own RNA, they have their own DNA, they have their own ribosomes, so that they can make their own proteins. They have stroma, so stroma in here, that's a jelly-like fluid within the chloroplast, similar to cytoplasm. All right, the stroma is where the glucose is made. All right, so where the sugars are made. Next are the thylakoids. These thylakoids